Hey, what up everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you tonight on the 9/30/13 edition of Monday Night Raw. We have the debut of the new superstars, Los Matadores, otherwise known as the recreation of Epico and Primo. Epico and Primo became a tag team, 2 years ago, and about the only thing going for them was they had Rosa Mendez in their corner. I can never remember them ever really getting off the ground. They were a tag team that mainly competed on like Superstars, on Main Event, barely ever on Raw or SmackDown. Never really got a main angle. About the only main angle they ever got was when Alberto Del Rio was going to steal Rosa away, luring her away with his money and his good looks. And that never really happened because Del Rio turned face. Rosa stayed with them, and now Rosa's out of the picture. Rosa's gone. Last I heard, Rosa was going to some rehab to kick her drinking problem, and she might have even made up the whole she got beat up by her boyfriend story. So I don't know where she stands with WWE. She was at SummerSlam. I had a chance to meet her at SummerSlam Access, but I don't really know what the hell they're going to do with Rosa. I haven't seen her. No, we did see her. Didn't she do the run-in with The Miz on Raw a few weeks ago when he came running down there with Fandango and they were making fun of him and Summer Rae? So I guess she still is in the picture. Just who knows when she'll pop up doing anything along the way. A lot of people are down on the Los Matadores because they're stealing the Ole, Ole, Ole that the crowd has been chanting for a few years. Like to sort of pump up that they want to see El Generico. Honestly, in my mind, I think they came up with a tag team gimmick for two guys that didn't have anything going on. I think they saw what happened with Fandango. They sort of put that out there, and I don't think they were expecting to get really much out of it, except just get a guy that couldn't get off the ground as Johnny Curtis out there as something that was on TV, and the crowd ate it and loved it up. The fans that were in the WrestleMania weekend, I think they can be thanked for the success that Fandango has had so far. I think maybe if he didn't have the concussion that he had a few months ago, maybe he'd be an Intercontinental or U.S. champion by now, but that sort of delayed him, and he's been on the back burner. Last big thing he had going on was the SummerSlam pay-per-view feud with The Miz, which turned out that he just got put on Night of Champions in a match that nobody really cared about. It did make sense because they had an ongoing feud, but a match that's on the pay-per-view that isn't really announced is a match that nobody really cares about. I don't think anybody was going to buy the pay-per-view because they wanted to see The Miz versus Fandango, but when a match isn't even announced, it just gives it a feel of like WWE doesn't even really care about this if they're not even going to tell you it's going to happen on the pay-per-view. But I wish success to the Los Matadores. I think that there's a small chance that this really could get over, and there's a small chance that these guys debut, wrestle today, wrestle next Monday, and then we never really see them again. I've heard about Primo for a long time, Primo coming from the Colon family, and basically there was a long time when Carlito didn't really want to work for WWE anymore, and he kept asking for his release. And they wouldn't let him go, and they kept featuring on Monday Night Raw while his brother was really trying and really busting his ass down in NXT, FCW, whatever you want to call it, trying to get called up to the main roster, and they wouldn't give him a break, but they kept putting his brother on TV when he just flat out just didn't give a shit and wasn't going to listen to the man and do whatever the hell he wanted to do. Carlito's been gone from the company now for a good little while. Everybody thought that he would move into his spot, but it's never really happened. So we'll have to see what goes on, but tonight is the debut of Los Matadores, and maybe if they can get this going for a few weeks, and they can get some good success out of it, I can see them bringing Tito Santana back for one night, maybe on Monday Night Raw, to bring back the El Matador gimmick and go along with him. I think that he's not really, well, I guess he is doing much. I know they put him in WWE Magazine as, I think he's a teacher in New Jersey or something like that, and he also has a hair salon where he cuts hair, so shout out to Tito Santana, one of my favorite guys when I'm watching old pay-per-views and old TV shows. I always enjoyed his matches. Glad that he's a Hall of Famer, and I guess he was an Intercontinental Champion, but he never really got a big run as anything. He did a few time tag team champion with the, what was the tag team with him and Rick Martel? Strike Force! Ole! Arriba! Good go.